One of the problems you guys have, I think, is, and rightfully so, the right's inability to connect with women.
Yeah.
And we're right here.
We're
Like,
right-
I mean,
I know.
it doesn't seem hard. And yet, we're also disillusioned by a lot of the suburban moms that we are lumped in with, right?
Yeah.
Because we think so differently. I mean, there's so much of this white guilt that so many liberal suburban moms are bogged down with that we cannot relate to at all.
Yeah. The ones that put like the things around their faces during COVID
Right.
and their Facebook profile, and they're like, I just got vaccinated, and like all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like, and they virtue signal, and they feel guilty about things, and we don't identify with that at all. We're just not those people. But there are a lot of women like us.
I think there are. I want to believe there are.
We feel like there are. They're out there. They come to our meet and greets. They hang out with us. They talk to us. We have a great community. I mean, they're there. And I feel like those people represent more people that just haven't found us, or they just don't say that they found us. So we feel like they exist. We feel like there are more women like us that have common sense. It's there.
That's all it is.
It's common sense.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's I think it's a lack of gratitude,
yeah,
a lack of humility, a lack of compassion more and more, and common sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
If we were just grateful for a few things, it would be
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, the graciousness. That's what I try to always teach my daughter. My daughters, I have a stepdaughter and a daughter who's 14, and I'm just like, just be grateful. Be grateful that you're American, that you live in this country. You could be living in a crap hole country somewhere and not have it. She's a swimmer. She's a state level swimmer. And I always say, there are countries where you're not even allowed to swim. Imagine that. I mean, you can't wear this, you can't do this, you can't drive, you can't think of just the freedom you have as a woman to be a woman.
Is the women's movement a sham?
Totally.
Is there a women's movement now, or is it just
it's an abortion movement?
Right.
That's basically
An
or
abortion
free the
movement.
nipple movement.
But what is a woman now? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah,
People
that's a
apparently
great
have
point.
trouble defining it now. So
Yeah.
I don't even know if that exists anymore. The way that we used to know a women's movement to exist.
Yeah, speaking of swimming, it's like there is right. They can't define what a woman is, and then there are men trampling in our spaces, and so it's.
I mean, I think it's the most anti-woman thing I've seen in my lifetime.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all of that work to define a woman as strong and independent and, the individual.
Yeah.
And all of it now, and women being shamed if they don't say, he's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Or he can come and play in my sport.
Right.
Like, what is that? And where are the feminists? Where are they? We always ask that question, and there's crickets.
I know.
You
Well,
know?
where are the feminists on, I love these people who are the LGBTQ community that is protesting and marching for Hamas or Palestine. And you're like, they'll kill
Right.
you.
Who's going to tell them?
Yeah. Could I buy you a bus ticket?
Right.
Because when you get over there, you might realize they don't feel the same way about you.
Craziness.
It's bananas. We were talking about, was it a Reddit thread that we saw? The trans ideology has become so ridiculous and so offended by everything and so demanding of others to not just accept but embrace and adore them. And they get so hurt if you don't, use the pronouns or do whatever. There was a thread on, I think it was Reddit, where someone had written in on behalf of their friend who was a trans woman who had just sent away for a 23andMe test. And the 23andMe test came back showing that he was a man. And they asked, is there any way that they can be more accommodating to trans people?
It's science.
DNA.
Right.
I mean, like, what do
Yeah.
you want to? I don't. How
Science
do you
is
accommodate
transphobic
this?
now. It's like biology. Science is data. It's transphobic.
It's just
Well,
madness.
there's this big move to leave modernity, that modernity is the problem. That's the Enlightenment.
Oh my gosh.
That's, proving things through facts.
Yeah. Well, facts are hurtful. They're hurtful now.
They're so mean.
I mean, they're super
Well,
mean.
facts can hurt. When I was an alcoholic and people said, you're a drunk.
Yeah.
That hurt, but it was true.
Yeah. So if a man dresses up as a woman and does all the things and he tries to identify as a woman and you say, but you're still a man, that's hurtful. Well, it's still reality.
It's still true.
Dude, you can wear a dress if you want, but I don't. My line here is, if I take you to the hospital, do I say that you're a woman or a man?
Right.
You know, if you're bleeding out and you got some problem going on, the first thing I'm going to say is, she's a he.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so why should I be forced to lie
Yeah.
the rest of the time?
Or if they dig your bones up 100 years from now, what are they going to say you are?
Right.
Yeah. Facts are facts.
Even when they're mean.
So let's go to this movement. It's weird because we always overcorrect. We're good in the middle. You know what I mean? When we're too collective, we're a problem. When we're too me, we're a problem. We're just good when humans are good, usually in the middle. We're overcorrecting, I think, with the trad movement, the trad wives. Talk to me about that.
That's interesting because they, what did it start on TikTok? I don't even know where this began.
Probably everything crazy starts on TikTok.
But I mean, isn't it just sort of an influencer? It's like people have run out of things. Yeah, everything cycles back, and
Well,
so
it's all
people have run out of ways to influence.
Well, I think everything is extreme now. It's like we're going to extremes. It's like instead of just like experiencing a balance. Like if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, that's fantastic. You know, I think people should be encouraged to do whatever they want to do. As a woman, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, be a stay-at-home mom. If you want to be a traditional like wife and mother, do that. But now they're like everybody should be a trad wife, or you see what I'm saying? Like there's also we've talked about this in podcasts where people have gone the route of women shouldn't work outside of the home. They shouldn't work. We've done deep dives on this. And I'm not sure where that comes from. I'm not sure in the conservative movement why that would be appealing for people. I think we should be encouraging women to do what they want to do. If that's work outside the home, that's great. If they want to stay home, that should be stay home. That falls into the line of freedom.
Well, isn't this, I mean, it's the conservatives are doing what the old liberals used to do.
Yes.
And that was shame you for going to, or not going to work, for staying at home.
Yes.
Oh, well, you're just a mom.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big job that I don't want. You're just a mom. So they were shaming and saying, you have to go to work or you're not a woman. Well, can't we just live our lives and let everybody choose?
Exactly. There's a